he drops that.
Who are you on? Your club!
I said drop a bomb, Dad.
We got loads to talk about, loads to get into. We got loads to get into because I want to talk about the phase. I want to talk about where we are. I want to just talk about where we are as a team. You know what I mean? And I thought instead, I'm not a bad man. I'm not a bad man. I'm not a bad man. I'm just not having it as well. I'm in that good life. Yeah, I'm here, basically. Anyway, yeah, good UG, bro. That's what I'm talking about. That's who I am. Let's get into this, though, because I thought it's important. Me, who has all the feelings in the world, I have feelings, but we have to deal with the facts, I think. Let's deal in facts, F feelings, yeah? Because it's important. Okay. So now when we look at, I'm going to try and talk about the negatives. There's some negatives that we have to talk about when discussing the manager. Now, I tried to put some of these down because, and let me get up the Premier League table as well, so I'm not just yapping. And then there's true to my claims. Brilliant. Thank you very much. So Man United this season, let's move this over here so I can, give me a second, people. I think that's his facts. Boom. One thing everyone can agree to, yeah? It's not even scholarship. I'm just trying to like separate so we know where we stand. Because I feel like Man United fans, we're all over the place. One of the major things I would say for us, yeah, is we are lacking intensity. First half, second half, there's going to be a half of no intensity from this Man United side. Guaranteed. That's one thing we can all admit we're seeing, yeah? And a good way to show that is in certain games, Man United, we've conceded 20 goals this season. 20 goals this season, Man United have conceded. That's a lot of goals. That's concentration, attention, intensity, not being like, there's so much we do wrong, and it doesn't make sense. Personally, it doesn't make sense. But then in the blessing, in where we are, let's say where we have been good, I would say that another negative fact, we've lost signings. Cunha out. Seshko out. That's not good in terms of how we're building up. That's not good. Another situation that we have to deal with is I don't believe this is Amorim's desired midfield pairing at all. Now, Bruno, actually, he might want Bruno there, but I don't believe Casemiro would be his first option if he had a choice. I think he'd change that or he'd up that. These are like, and we know that because Casemiro rarely does 90 minutes. Intensity, energy, just not there. He falls like yesterday, he gave us a 90. But I don't think we keep him on the pitch for that long. Why? Because Casemiro just doesn't, while he's good, he can't do it for a significant amount of time. But now we talk about he also explained what he likes about Ahmad. He said he wants that wing back. He wants a player like Ahmad on the left-hand side. Currently, he does not have that. He doesn't. We like it or not, it's Delo and Dorgu. Wing backs is a big part of his game. I'm going to keep saying this until the cows come home. Don't know why they say that line. What is that? When did the cows come home? I'll keep saying this anyway. He wanted someone to play out wide in the air of a Semenyo winger type that is defensively minded, really. Someone that's going to go up, but doesn't forget you got a job to do back there. Yeah? Now let's look at the positives. There's a positive stat that we're saying there's 2 loss. Let me look at this one. Boom. 2 losses in 9 games. Yeah? Not bad. That's a fact. There's nothing you can do. Well, we good in those games. Do we do this? Do we do that? That's not even important right now. That is just the fact. Now, also, he has cleared the roster of players that we kind of didn't want. So Rashford's always been a conversation. He got rid of Rashford. It's up to you now if you believe that Rashford should still be here. As good as I see Rashford doing, I don't think he needs to be here. Just because I feel that that relationship came to an end. Sanchellini, gone. Anthony, gone. Who else is I'm thinking of the proposed bomb squad. Is anyone else in there? Can't remember other names, but Malacia is back. Malacia is actually in the squad as well. But I don't know if Malacia deserves to be bomb squad. But even him, he's going to be out of here at some point. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring in better players. We are trying to bring in better players. Now, next summer, we're going to focus in that midfield right there, that deeper midfield pivot is what we're going to focus on. But where we find ourselves, if you told me in December, if you said how many points from 4th, if you told me that Man is going to be 3 points, yeah, off 4th, raw. Hold on, am I getting mad? 4 points off 2nd. If you told me, because these are the facts, 4 points off 2nd, I would have ripped your hands off. Why? I thought our manager was going to be sacked by December. I thought we'd be like sacking the manager, like strong thoughts of, I didn't think the manager was going to make the season. Really. From what I saw before. Man United somehow, some way find themselves here today. Now you can say another negative in terms of, academy talent. Is he given a chance at academy talent? Probably say, well, Kobe hasn't been in the team. Who else is the other academy talents? Right, is Kobe our last academy talent? Shea Lacey still waiting for his game. Hold on, he played that Man United defender. Can't remember his name. His name's out of my head. Apologies. You lot probably know in the chat. 4 points from 15th. I hear that. Not Leon. Fredrickson. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There you go. Well, that's it. You know what the killer is. When you can put that as a negative to say, well, those talents there. Amas got 1 game, but we haven't really put these guys in. Now, 1 game a week doesn't allow you to go crazy. 1 game a week. Someone trying to get me off pivot, right? We're talking about this sign language guy. That is the funniest thing ever. But let me continue. Now, we are in a decent-ish, I would say we're in a good place. Now, the football does need to, I would say it needs to improve in terms of just the respect level. The respect level in terms of when we go out there, we can't put in these performances. We put in the shittest performances sometimes, and it is frustrating. We can't forget that them halves have happened. We can't forget that. But one thing that we can say is when these players lock in, we're better and we're scoring goals. Like when these players are playing as if we're a goal down or something, there's hope in these games for us. I never believed, I don't think you'll struggle to find a single fan that believed was going to go to Crystal Palace and win. Truth. I thought draw was always, when I looked and saw it's Crystal Palace next year, I couldn't believe it. The Everton result hurt even more. Because I'm thinking, mate, Who goes to Selhurst Park and win? And we know they're good because look at the position they find themselves in. Now, this isn't me to now say, like, this is Amorim in and stuff, but I'm just saying that we are in the early steps of Amorim. And maybe, I hope this isn't the case, some players, the one player that might end up being a sacrificial lamb, that I hope doesn't happen, Kobe might not be a part of Man United's future, which is crazy to say. He might not be a part of it. He might be one of those players that Man United will regret letting go of. Kind of how he felt about Pogba at the time when Pogba was here, and Fergie went with the Silver twins instead of him. Then he's just gone and this, that, and the other. And then we see him tearing it up. Then he comes back, Pog back. I don't know if Kobe would ever come back or have that kind of situation, but this potentially could be that. But Man United need to be committed to an overhaul, something consistent in terms of you are the manager, you are the way you want to play. We're committed to this process and getting you the best pieces to this process. Now, have we seen the best of the system? No. But have we got the best pieces for this system? No. That's the truth. We're not getting enough with Dorgun Dalot out there. Casemiro and Bruno can't be the final, the final form of that. Now, in Mbeumo Cunha, these are upgrades. Absolutely. Šeško is fresh. We're yet to see. Lamens, key. I still believe in Euro. Heaven's going to need time, as you're seeing with Euro. De Ligt, thumbs up. Mazraoui, you now know there's a space for him. This is where Man United are. And again, phase one. We are in phase one. And there's going to be games. I told you lot, it's going to be a yo-yo type season, but this is where we are. This is Man United right now. And I don't want to start again. That's where I'm at, personally. I don't want to start all over again. Because that's what will happen. If we get rid of this man, we are starting it from scratch. I don't have no intentions of that. I want us to, okay, you lot are learning. Okay, you're kind of better in possession. Not the greatest, but you're better. Are you with me? That's what I'm saying. Anyway.
Drop a bomb, 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 bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Ooh, look at that.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. None can compare with the KG done. Better take it when he drops that. Going on reckless, just it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
Bomb, bomb.
Who are you on? Your club!
I said drop a bomb, Dad.